Live from KSAT 12. The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
It was breaking news at 5 o'clock, and San Antonio police are still working to sort out exactly what happened in connection with a deadly shooting this afternoon on the northwest side. This one happening in the 10,000 block of Silver Park,
which is just off of Braun Road. Our Courtney Friedman has been working there to get more information. She now joins us live with what she's been able to find out. Courtney.
Well, yeah, guys, this is actually a very quiet scene right now. There are still several police cars. Investigators are still here inside and outside the home. And of course, you can see the crime scene tape behind me that lines the house where this happened. What you can't see is behind our camera, a group of devastated neighbors and family members, very tight-knit community. They let me know just about 20 minutes ago. They said that the man who was killed in this house was a brand new father and a husband. So let's get to what police have told us. They say that the man is 37 years old and was found dead here in his home around 3 this afternoon. Police here at the scene told us that there was some sort of argument before the shooting, though the neighbors did not hear anything. They detained one person for questioning and they have recovered a gun. Neighbors say their Ring camera showed 2 cars pulling up to the driveway and then one speeding off. They say the man in the other car was the one who was detained. Neighbors are wary to be identified given that there's been no arrest, but they want the public to know what a wonderful man their neighbor was.
Me advice, and Michael was such a beautiful man, and he's so loving and so caring of his wife and his baby.
Now, again, someone has been detained for questioning, but that doesn't mean they've been arrested. They're just being questioned downtown at the police department right now. And though that is not an arrest, police say there's no threat to the community. Still, neighbors here are on edge and clearly devastated. For now, we're on the west side. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
We'll stay on top of it. Thank you, Courtney. Well, new at 6, a San Antonio mother speaking out today, weeks after her 13-year-old son was shot in the face. We learned today that a 22-year-old is charged in connection with the shooting. It happened on November 13th in the 800 block of Rayburn Drive.
And the victim's mother tells our RJ Marquez about what happened that night and also her son's long road to recovery.
My son's perfectly healthy, and now I'm having to worry if he's going to have trouble later on or if he's going to fully recover.
Jackie Mendez Perez's son, Elesias, has been in the hospital fighting for his life after he was shot under his right eye by a man who he thought was his friend.
He starts crying and saying, "Why do I have to go through this? And I didn't do nothing to him. I was always nice to him."
Elesias suffered several injuries and continues to lose blood. He also has not been able to swallow or eat.
He may stay blind from one side. There's no telling still. He still has a lot of blood in the back of his eyes.
An arrest affidavit shows the man charged in the shooting is 22-year-old Damien Cantu. Investigators say Cantu pointed a gun in Elesias' direction multiple times that night and kept unloading and loading the weapon. A witness told police that Cantu later fired the gun and ran from the scene.
He says that he was just sitting drinking a soda looking at TV. And he was in front of him sitting down.
Records show that Cantu is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Mendez Perez says that she's taken some comfort in knowing Cantu is off the streets for now, but just wants her son to get his life back.
You messed up my son's life. He was a perfectly healthy kid. He's always helpful with everybody. We just have to keep strong. It's been hard for all of us. My husband, my kids, and we've just been going through so much.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Gunfire on a playground. Late breaking news from the San Antonio Police Department making an arrest in a murder from more than 6 months ago.
This has to do with a deadly shooting back on April 1st in the 5600 block of Culebra. That's where police say that a suspect opened fire on 2 teens in a playground.
Yeah, Lee Waldman joins us live from police headquarters with who police are charging with this crime. Lee.
Police have arrested a 19-year-old named Abel Riojas III. He's currently being charged with murder and aggravated assault. Now, as police were taking him to one of their vehicles to take him to the Bexar County Jail, we asked him, "Why are you in handcuffs? Do you have anything to say?" He kept saying no comment. The only thing that got him to speak further, we asked, "Do you have anything to say to your family?" He said that, "I love them." Now, we are learning more about that shooting that happened on April 1st in the 5600 block of Culebra. We learned that, again, there was 2 victims, a 16-year-old who was shot and killed that night and another teen who was shot in the arm. Now, that suspect, according to police, was armed with a handgun, and one of the victims had an AR-15 but dropped their gun whenever the shooting happened. The suspect then picked up that AR-15. Riojas picked it up, was armed with 2 guns. He knocked on an apartment trying to get in. That second suspect, or the second witness rather, recognized Riojas, and they forced him out of the apartment. That's when Riojas took off to his car. His vehicle was not able to start, and so he started to walk home. Now, police did have contact with Riojas pretty quickly after this shooting happened. He told them that he was walking home that night, but his cell phone records is what poked holes in his story. That's what police say was key in leading to his arrest today. Now, we were told that Riojas was wearing a ski mask that night. The rapid response team, once they were able to get that warrant signed today, he was arrested. Riojas was arrested without incident. Now, we asked police, is it concerning for them that such young people are involved in this crime? They said it is very concerning. That said that Riojas was carrying that handgun illegally. It's concerning to them that another young teen also had an AR-15 that night. We're still going to wait for more information on whether Riojas had any previous criminal history in his background. Live at Public Safety Headquarters, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Lee. It's been more than 3 hours now since the jury started deliberations in the trial of a former Border Patrol agent accused of killing 4 women in 2018.
Our Erica Hernandez is live at the courthouse now. So, Erika, we just said it's been 3 hours. Usually when the verdict comes in just a few hours, it's usually not good for the defense. Did people expect it to take more than 3 hours?
You know, for the most part, Stephanie, I don't think many people did expect it. The state put on a pretty good case. There was a confession that the jury heard. So, yeah, does work in favor for the defense right now. That means the jury is actually sitting there and considering possibly a not guilty verdict. We know that there was just a second question that was asked to the judge a little while ago. So that is still something that they're deliberating right now.
Yeah, Erica, sorry, our microphones weren't on there. I want to ask another question. This trial ended abruptly. The state rested its case. The defense basically didn't call any witnesses. Now the deliberations are taking a long time. Do you expect this to go into the night, or do you think they'll, take a break tonight? What happens if there's no verdict reached today?
I think at some point, Steve, they've got to start thinking about sequestering the jury. It's something that the judge and both the attorneys for each side have to consider and agree on. They could either send them home and bring them back in the morning, or sequester them and bring them back tomorrow morning to continue deliberations. I don't want to use the word mistrial yet, but I don't know how long they will allow this jury to continue those deliberations, but it's something we're going to be watching closely. And right now, there is no timeline. We could be here till 8. We could be here till 10. There's not a set time and when they would start thinking about sequestering, if they do at all.
And of course, you can continue to watch this coverage. We have it live on our live stream right now at KSAT.com. Erica Hernandez live from the courthouse, I should say. Appreciate your time. Well, he shot a police dog. The trial of a man accused of killing a BCSO canine at the end of a 3-county chase in 2019 is now underway. Matthew Morales charged with evading arrest and interfering with a police service animal, along with 8 counts of aggravated assault against a public servant. Garrett Berger there for opening arguments, where Morales' attorney took a strange tack.
In January 2019, on Loop 1604, prosecutors say Matthew Morales stood with a gun in hand, pointing it at deputies, a police helicopter, and himself. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office sent in its canine, Chucky, a 5-year-old Belgian Malinois.
It's all on video. Fired shots at Chucky as he's coming to disarm the defendant.
Chucky was hit with 1 fatal shot. Morales went down himself as law enforcement opened fire, ending a chase that began with him fleeing a traffic stop in Karnes City.
Let me start by saying, you don't get to shoot somebody for evading arrest, period. They pumped his body full of bullets.
Morales' defense attorney said his client had decided he was going to die and was looking for suicide by cop.
His intent was for himself and himself alone to die. He never fires on these officers. Never.
The defense attorney tried to raise doubt about whose round actually struck Chucky the canine. And though both sides say Morales also fired a round out the window during the chase, his attorney said Morales didn't even look when he fired.
He's like celebrating the end of his life. It's like a funeral procession for one, attended by one.
In the final 12-minute and 20-second standoff, prosecutors say law enforcement fired after Morales did, and that a BCSO deputy had tried to talk him down.
We don't want to hurt you. We can work through this. And what's this man saying? You can kill me.
They didn't end up killing Morales, but they have charged him. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Morales also charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm from that same chase, but that case is being handled separately from this trial.
All right, now we're going to take a live look at our roads right now, 6:09 in the evening. Yes, that is 410 at Marbach, and you can see that traffic is flowing as you would expect it to during the evening commute. So nothing really big to tell you about right now, just a lot of action on the road, but nothing too bad.
You know what?
What?
It's 6:09. It's Wednesday. Let's just put this whole weather thing on ice. Adam Caskey joins us live now from Travis Park on ice.
Yeah, let's put it on ice, Steve. You know, we can't make any ice naturally these days. Obviously too warm. We made it up to 80 degrees this afternoon. So we're live at Travis Park at the Rotary ice rink down here, and weekdays, by the way, it goes from 5 to 10 p.m. extended hours on the weekends, and it's been nice. You see, as the sun dipped behind the buildings and is now set, the ice is even better. It's harder. You don't have as many puddles out there, and it only just gets better as the night goes on. Aquifer down over a foot today. We're almost 32 feet below average for this time of year, and just one allergen, that's mold, and that's moderate. Oh, cold front is on the horizon. We're going to talk about when that gets here, what kind of impact it'll have on the temperatures, and more skating fun live from downtown. See you in a bit.
All right. Thank you, Adam. Well, as some Gray Forest residents push for the return of 24/7 police coverage in that community, KSAT Investigates has learned more about what caused that agency to implode this fall. At issue, the mayor's actions during a May 2021 traffic stop prior to running for office, and whether expectations she set for officers after being elected crossed the line.
They actually said, you know, we cannot abide by the pressure you're giving us to stop more and more people.
Just her way of saying you need to do it more, patrol more aggressively.
The KSAT investigates a public safety controversy in Gray Forest at 6:30.
We want you to stick around tonight on the Night Beat. He helped himself into a San Antonio restaurant, and the owners say the thieves behind this smash and grab took off with their stuff, but it's what they left behind that's really puzzled them. Plus, a handful of suspects arrested in Uvalde nearly 3 months after a gang-related shooting at Memorial Park. Who police say was involved and the charges those suspects could face tonight on the Night Beat.
You know, it's the time of year when we can get the chopper up to show whatever kind of lights we can find. Well, these weren't hard to find. This is the corner of Broadway and Hildebrand. The University of the Incarnate Word, Light the Way. One of the many traditions as you see the lights throughout that beautiful campus.
And it really is beautiful when you're walking around in that campus. It's just lovely to take some hot chocolate, sip around, walk around. Although to sip hot chocolate when it's 74 degrees out, not sure I'd recommend that.
Unless you're on ice. Put the hot chocolate on ice.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm going to just keep using that reference. Let's put Adam Caskey on ice right now. Adam.
Yeah, well, you said the hot chocolate on ice. It's so warm out here today, high temperature of 80 degrees. Actually, I spotted the margarita truck behind the skate rental facility here at Travis Park. Margarita on ice, right? It all goes together when it's this kind of weather. Rotary ice rink, always a good thing this time of year. Folks have been coming out, and I love seeing the kids, especially because they start out and they look like baby giraffes. You know, they can hardly walk. They're all over the place. And then you give kids 30 minutes. I mean, they're made of rubber. They foul, they bounce, they get back up, and before you know it, they're not even holding on to the wall or holding on to their parents anymore. All right, quick look at the weather here, and we'll talk more about the rink. Weather headlines. This is big. More fog. It's going to develop tonight. Get ready for it. It's going to affect the morning commute tomorrow. It's going to affect the morning commute Friday. It's going to affect every morning all the way through Tuesday, something we just have to get used to with all this humidity this time of year. Feeling spring-like. Temperatures right near 80 degrees. That is until our next cold front hits. We'll get to that in a moment. And our next cold front is going to be arriving for the middle part of next week. So let's talk about it all first. There is a front off to the north of us in North Texas. It's west to east, and there are some cooler temperatures to the north of it. It's just not going to make it here. I mean, you look at the readings and you see the blue and green. Lubbock at 55, Amarillo 51, Oklahoma City 47. Meanwhile, here in San Antonio, 76 degrees after a high temperature of 80 degrees. That was our high today. 74 right now in Helotes, 74 in Bulverde, and you know, the air temperature is going to be meeting the dew point again. And whenever they meet up, that means our relative humidity is 100% and our air is saturated. And this time of year, in this situation, that means reduced visibility and more fog. There's our futurecast, and this isn't a perfect model, but it does give you a general idea and a general sense that, yes, the visibility will be fluctuating quite a bit here late tonight and through about 9 a.m. tomorrow. Then conditions will improve, kind of like today with some sunshine by midday. Temperatures tomorrow morning, upper 60s. That's warmer than our average afternoon high temperature. Then by tomorrow afternoon, we make it close to 80 degrees again. We're thinking about 81 around San Antonio, which would be 3 degrees shy of the record for the day. Look at this trend. Near 80 degrees Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even, yes, Monday and Tuesday. But right now we are watching a cold front that's likely to develop over the weekend or early next week, and then move southward and make it here at some point Tuesday into Wednesday, likely dropping our temperatures and putting a dent in them by Wednesday. Otherwise, it's more of the same. It's pretty much all the same until about Wednesday of next week. And of course, this is a fluid situation. This front hasn't even developed yet. So we'll give you updates, of course, as time goes by and we get a better understanding of it. As for rain, remember we were talking about this pattern? Not bad for West Texas, for North Texas, this thin conveyor belt of moisture and energy. Just off to the north and west of us, that's still there. You can see the shower activity, upper level high, the big blue H over the eastern Gulf. It's controlling that flow and preventing any big disturbances from moving into town. So tomorrow, day part 68 at 7 a.m., fog and drizzle, another damp start to the day. I know it doesn't make it any easier to wake up, but maybe we're used to it by now. 81 in the afternoon with some sunshine, and then it's just rinse repeat. But I do want to point out over the weekend, there could be a few isolated thunderstorms, especially Saturday night, and maybe a few showers along that front. But overall, we're just looking at the nuisance sprinkle activity. Okay, so I was watching some folks out here, and I was working with some of the kids earlier, and I don't remember taking lessons as a kid, you know, for ice skating, but I do remember my son taking lessons, and I was taking a few tips. I remembered a few tips from those instructors. So if you have never skated before, you can come out here and skate. First thing, march. When you go like this on skates, it naturally over time will lead to that motion, right? Of the gliding. Knees bent. Oh, hello. You've been crushing it, by the way. Knees bent, and if you feel like you're gonna fall, you bend your knees and grab your knees. Instead of going, oh, go like this, fall downwards, okay? So march, bend knees, and grab knees. It'll help you out. And you'll have some fun. You having fun? She's having fun. She's been flying almost like a speed skater, like with that one arm down. You know, all right, I'm gonna go work on my double Lutz.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. By the way,
Yeah,
I just want to say you were born in Minnesota. So in Minnesota, after you're born, they give you a baby blanket and a pair of skates. That's probably why you don't remember.
Well, you're right. And actually, I had a rink in my backyard that I made myself because we had well water, so we didn't have to pay for the water. And I made it myself. It was about this size, just no big boards. It was snowbanks, so that was fun.
Yeah. He makes thermometers and ice rinks, ladies and gentlemen.
He's just having fun out there. All right, Adam, thank you.
All right, Greg Popovich.
Yes, he's back.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a good thing if you're a player or not for him to be able to watch an entire game, or in this case, 2 games, and pick out every little mistake you're making, and then he comes back to practice to point all those out. When we come back, Pop is back. You'll hear from the players about his return and how was the meeting between OBJ and the Dallas Cowboys coming up. After taking the last last 2 days off. The Spurs went back to work today to get ready for the Houston Rockets tomorrow night in the AT&T Center, where they'll try and snap their 11-game losing streak, the second worst team in the NBA's Western Conference, the Spurs being, of course, the worst. Good news today, Pop signing. The Spurs' 73-year-old coach had what the Spurs called a minor medical procedure that had him sidelined the last 2 games. But Greg Popovich was back at practice today, and the players tell us he was the same old Pop.
It was great to have Pop back. He was on us a lot today, so we felt him back in the gym.
I look back like Pop. Started practice off with, like he would, getting in guys and just stressing the details and little things. But it's good to have him back.
All right, next up, the Rockets. That game will take place at 7:30 tomorrow night. We begin our live coverage at 5 o'clock.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys went back to practice today to prepare for the Houston Texans on Sunday, but most of the talk was about Odell Beckham Jr.'s visit to the Star. The free agent wide receiver is trying to decide which team he'd like to sign with, and the Cowboys are one of those teams that he is considering. However, during his medical exam, there were reports the Cowboys are not happy with the progress OBJ has made on his recovery from ACL surgery, and that he might not be ready to return until mid or late January. Today, head coach Mike McCarthy was asked to assess their meeting.
I thought the visit went very well. I know personally, extremely impressed with Odell. Enjoyed our time together. Liked his vibe, and just enjoyed everything about, our talk. We didn't talk a whole lot about football. I talked more about life and family. So I think for the most part, I thought it was a very, very positive, productive visit.
And with that out of the way now, the Cowboys can focus on the Texans Sunday at noon at AT&T Stadium, and KSAT 12 Sports will be there. Here are the new uniforms of the San Antonio Brahmas of the XFL. They were revealed and unveiled today, with both the helmets and the uniforms reflecting head coach Hines Ward's influence with the colors of black and gold, the same he wore when he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he helped them win 2 Super Bowls, was named the most valuable player in Super Bowl 40 when the Steelers defeated the Seahawks 21-10. The both Pirates are headed to the Class 3A Division II state semifinals as after they were able to beat Tidehaven in San Marcos at Bobcat Stadium last Friday night in a very tough defensive battle, 12-6. The Pirates' lone touchdown came in the first quarter when Matthew Bunn took it over from the 1-yard line, and that's when their defense took over, coming up with 4 interceptions against Tidehaven, including one by Bunn himself, improving the Pirates to 13-1 overall, number 4 in 12 top 12 sub-5A poll. Now they must hit the road again to face the Harmony Eagles, who are 9-5 and coming off a 36-22 victory over Newton.
We're very grateful to be playing in December. It's really fun. Proud to be here right now.
You just got to keep your head in the game. You got to keep your mind right and try to stay off of social media as much as possible.
That's one of our goals at the start of the beginning of the year is, playing on Thanksgiving, and obviously playing into December and making a deep playoff run. We talk how special it is playing Thanksgiving, but obviously it's a little more special playing in December. So very fortunate to be one of the 4 teams left.
The Pope Pirates will face the Harmony Eagles Friday night at 7 p.m. at Cy-Fair Stadium. That is in Cyprus. And good luck. We have 4 teams now in the state semifinals to play against each other over here at the Alamo Dome on Friday night.
And both those Poth players had the little blonde look going. I wonder if that's like a playoff tradition.
Motivator.
Yeah,
yes.
I couldn't tell the coach.
Yes.
Thank you.
Still to come at 6, health officials say the current flu vaccine does a good job against this year's strain of the virus. But people aren't exactly lining up to get it. What's being done to get people to roll up their sleeves on National Influenza Immunization Day?
Yeah, it's actually a day. Also, a KSAT Investigates story. The streets of the city of Gray Forest have been patrolled by the Bexar County Sheriff's Office for more than 2 months. Not the city's police department, because the small force had a falling out amidst a rift between the mayor and the police chief. Now, why the controversy has neighbors picking sides. That's up next at 6.